to all truckers, at this current now moment, out here on the highway, traveling, no, you all are driving. Please be mindful of weather conditions before you start driving. Get a weather app on your cell phone, because I know all of the truckers have cell phones. Get a weather app and check it constantly, especially during this time of, I'm not going to even necessarily say year, because the weather all over is very erratic. It's snowing in Hawaii right now. So a weather app, would you say, hon, would be a great thing to have? Yeah, it is a necessity. Because today on the 84 west, it's snowing. Sometimes it's whiteout conditions, and we're going slow. And everyone is following truck tracks. And then you get the super trucker, or the trucker who is in a rush, and he almost like pushed us off the highway. And that's because we had the traffic started slowing down, and there was a situation ahead of us, so everyone's moving to one lane, and we put the hazards on so that they'll know to slow down behind us, because the traffic is slowing to stop. And he comes up behind us, and my husband can see him coming in the side mirror, and he like narrowly missed the back of the trailer, and it disturbed the hell out of me. I was so angry. I was really I was upset, because I'm thinking we could have in that situation, we really could have gotten injured, because in front of us was a tanker. Okay? So I think truckers should be mindful of others out here on the road and the conditions of the road, and that no load is that important that you need to drive 80 miles an hour and there's snow and ice on the ground. That's just insane to me. That means you have there's a mental disconnection going on here, because I don't understand how you can be out here balling. I know it's about the money. You got to get the money. I understand we all out here doing this job. This not a job. This service to get compensated. However, getting compensated doesn't mean taking other people's lives. It's not worth it. That load isn't worth it either. Because at that moment, when the weather is in extreme conditions, they now work for you. The company you work for now works for you, because you are the ones that are out here driving these trucks, meaning that they now work for you. So if the weather is bad, then you shut down. You don't risk it, because it's not, at that moment, it's really not worth it. I come first. I'm number one. When the weather is jacked up and it's snowing up to here, I'm number one in that situation. And they either gonna understand it or they're not. That's the bottom line. So please, while you're out here trucking and you're driving in this wintry conditions that's going on right now, you really need to be mindful when you're behind that wheel. If you angry, don't drive. If you something mentally is going on, then we need to get that checked out.
And if your dispatch is pushing you, you need to push back.
Exactly, Ashe, I agree. If your dispatch is pushing you, and it's like where we're headed, Washington, because we've been tracking this weather since Colorado? Since we were in Colorado. And if they're pressuring you to get to some place or whatever, that's when you need to really think about yourself and be like, you know what? I just looked at that, and I don't think I'm gonna make it at that time or that day, because I don't feel comfortable and it's not safe, and that's the bottom line. I mean, toilet paper is not that important. Okay, so get a weather app and track the weather. When it's these conditions, even when it's not, still look at the weather. Track these weather patterns on the interstate, highway, whatever you're traveling before you get out there. And if you pissed off and mad at whatever because you got to go here, then you don't drive yet. Because I don't think it's fair to everyone else that's out here.
Checking the weather should be part of your pre-trip.
It really should. I agree. Checking the weather should be part of your pre-trip. Exactly. Your pre-trip, your post-trip. We check the weather before we go to sleep. We check it when we wake up. And then throughout the, like today, because we're on the 84 West going to Puyallup, Washington. And it's been snowing. We've had some whiteouts conditions. You know, then it'll clear up. But I will say that Utah and Idaho was out there on the highway with their trucks clearing the highway. So I will give them kudos for that, because they were back to back on the highway on each side clearing it. So I appreciate that. But I don't appreciate you fast moving ass trucks
Almost hit us twice.
you know, almost hitting us twice. One from the behind, and then from the driver's side.
And the same driver.
Yeah, same truck, same driver. So I took his license plate number down, his truck number. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it, but maybe I might send some of my voodoo that way. Make him slow down. Not hurt him, but slow down. So, on that note, this is Michael and Michelle about That Life Trucking. Michael's on the other side. But first, when you pre-trip with the weather app or something, the news, whatever it is, pre-trip. And pre-trip your mental stability before you get behind the wheel and start driving. That's part of pre-tripping too. Okay? And no, peace and love.